Hey everyone, today we're going to take a journey into one of the most exciting and, let's be honest, chaotic environments in finance. We're diving deep into the ocean of Bitcoin.
And you know what? It's the perfect metaphor. One day you've got calm seas, the next a massive storm seems to come out of nowhere. The real challenge isn't just about staying afloat, it's about actually knowing how to navigate these waters to get where you want to go.
And here's the key thing to remember. What you see on the surface, well, that's only half the story. To really get what's going on, you need to see both what's happening on the waves and what powerful currents are moving deep underneath.
So let's meet our fleet. You've got your surface boat and your submarine. Think of the boat as your tactical vessel. It's fast, it's agile, and it's all about the short-term, reading the immediate price action. But the submarine, that's for your long-term strategic mission. It dives deep to map the unseen, fundamental on-chain data.
Okay, so let's hop aboard the surface boat first. We're on deck, feeling the spray. This is all about the here and now, reacting to those fast price moves and what's happening with immediate supply and demand.
First tool on our dashboard, the RSI. This is basically the boat's speedometer. It's not just telling us the price, it's telling us the velocity of price changes. Is the market accelerating too quickly? Is it losing steam? That's what the RSI is for.
And that speed reading tells you a lot. If you see a reading way up above 70, that's a sign the market might be overbought. It's running way too hot. On the flip side, if it drops below 30, it's signaling oversold, which could mean it's run out of sellers and might be ready to turn around.
Next up, we've got to check our charts for order books. Think of these like shallow reefs that you can actually see from the boat. They are literally walls of buy and sell orders that the price has to smash through or bounce off of. A giant sell wall is like a huge reef that could stop your boat dead in the water.
But then there are the really dangerous hazards, liquidation maps. This is the one map every surface captain has to have. These zones show you exactly where a ton of leveraged traders will get wiped out. And these levels act like powerful magnets, literally pulling the price toward them and causing these super sudden, violent price cascades.
And finally, up here on the surface, we have to check the weather, right? For that, we've got the Fear and Greed Index. This is our emotional barometer. It's not looking at price, it's gauging the mood of all the other sailors out on the water. Are they panicking? Are they getting way too euphoric?
And this plugs right into that classic wisdom. Be greedy when others are fearful. When this index shows extreme fear, it's often a sign that the panic is overdone and a bounce could be coming. But when it hits extreme greed, that can be a warning that a big wave is about to crash.
All right, Captain, we've scanned the horizon. Now it's time to do something totally different. Let's seal the hatch, kill the engines, and dive. We're getting in the submarine to explore the deep, fundamental, on-chain currents of the Bitcoin network. Our first instrument down here in the deep is the MVRV-Z Score. This is our submarine's depth sounder. It gives us a fundamental sense of valuation. How? By comparing the current price, what everyone's paying today, to the average price that all holders actually paid for their coins. And the signals this thing gives off are just incredibly clear. When the score pushes up into that red zone, it's a huge historical warning that the market is getting overheated, a potential cycle top. And when it sinks down into the green zone, it has historically flagged incredible buying opportunities near the cycle bottom.
Okay, next we're going to turn on the sonar to see what other long-term explorers are doing. We're looking at HODL waves. These charts are amazing. They map out the age of every Bitcoin, showing us how long coins have been sitting still without moving. It's a direct visualization of conviction.
So how do you read them? It's all about the colors. When you see those cool colored bands, the blues and purples that represent old coins, getting wider, it means people are accumulating and holding on for dear life. But when you see those cool bands start to shrink, that's your signal. The old hands, the long-term holders, are finally starting to sell.
Now, for an even sharper signal of that, we look at coin days destroyed. Just imagine, old dormant coins are like a thick layer of sediment on the ocean floor. A sudden spike in CDD means that sediment just got kicked up in a massive cloud. A long-term holder has moved a lot of old coins. It's a huge event. And last but not least, every good submarine commander needs to check the engine room. For the Bitcoin network, that means looking at the hash ribbons. This indicator tracks the health, the profitability, and the stress levels of the miners, the very people who form the engine of the whole system.
And it gives us this super clear two-step signal. First, you see a cross under. The short-term ribbon dips below the long-term one. That means miners are in serious distress. They're capitulating. But the real signal, the magic, is the recovery. When that ribbon crosses back above, historically, that has been one of the highest probability buy signals you can find.
So, we've sailed the choppy surface and we've explored the silent depths. We've got two incredible vessels, each with its own specialized set of tools. And that brings us to the most important part of our journey. How do we master the whole expedition? And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? Which one should you be? Should you be that nimble boat captain reacting to every little wave? Or do you want to be the patient submarine commander, just focused on those deep, powerful, long-term currents?
Well, the answer is pretty clear. To really succeed in this massive ocean, you can't choose one. You have to be able to operate both. You need to know when to be on the deck and when to be looking through the periscope.
Because think about it, if you only ever stay on the surface boat, you'll just get tossed around by fear and greed with no idea where the big currents are taking you. But if you only stay in the submarine, you're going to miss all the immediate weather changes and the tactical opportunities happening right above you.
So here's the ultimate takeaway. True foresight, real navigational skill doesn't come from just one toolkit. It comes from being able to combine the short-term tactical view of the surface boat with the deep, long-term strategic understanding of the submarine. That is how you chart a course through the great ocean of Bitcoin